Sammy. What if you get into the Hall of Fame? You got to go up there looking like a peep in a seersucker suit? Come on, man. Hey, if you want to join us on the phone, please do that. 216-578-1007. I guess he just gave you the numbers there. 35192 to send a text, or you can just leave a message for us in the after hours line.
Alan, it's Dustin down here in Georgia again. I'm on my way to Clearwater, Florida. But don't you worry, I'll be home tomorrow evening and be off all Thanksgiving.
He's not becoming a Scientologist, is he? He's going to Clearwater?
I don't know. You never know.
Their big hub is
Maybe
there
that's
in
what he's
Clearwater.
telling us.
It really is pretty, though.
Clearwater?
Clearwater is very pretty.
I've never been.
It's so clean. Well,
Yeah, because it's all Scientology. Xenu demands it to be that way.
You're not supposed to know about that till
No
a
feet
certain
or
level.
littering.
But I called today for Mayor because Mayor's birthday's coming up, and I only thought it would be fair, since I wrote a little jingle for Cody on his birthday, that I write one for Mayor. So, Mayor, this is all in fun and games.
Sounds like he's underwater.
So, don't get your panties in wad, but I will.
Mary, prepare to
I
not
know.
get your panties in a wad. Are you wearing panties?
I am.
All right.
Are
Bloomers?
they wadded?
Are they
They're not
wadded up?
They're not wadded yet.
All right.
I'll tell you, you better hang on to your britches, because we know you have a hard time filling them out. So, if y'all are ready, I'm ready. Here we go. Well, yeah, Mary's birthday's coming up. You know, we already know. She's told us 4,500 times on the radio. She loves to interrupt Alan. Damn, just leave it to the pros.
What is happening here?
He said she loves to interrupt Alan. Damn, just leave it to the pros. Was that part?
I can't. How did you hear that? His
I can
phone's
hear it.
cutting
I-
out.
it is.
Speak
Wow.
Dustin. I speak
Dustin.
Rick.
She speaks,
She
yeah.
speaks Dustin.
All right. Well, but good thing our Dustin whisperer is in here.
So many things that she has already told before. Yes, Mayor, we know that your dad passed, as tragic as that may be. We know you love your boyfriend with that monster between his knees. We know you got a tiny butt, but hey, you'll look better with straight teeth. So sit back and enjoy yourself with all that GoFundMe. Don't listen to a word I say. I'm just a damn stranger. I'm not your friend. I'm not your fan. I'm just a listener. But I say all that to say this on this kind of special day. Happy birthday, Mayor, from Dustin, all the way down in GA. Yee-hoo! Happy
Yee-hoo!
y'all.
Yee-hoo from Dustin. There you go. Well, however much of that you could make out.
Thanks, Dustin.
Thank you, Dustin. Mary's birthday, of course, is on Thanksgiving, so this is our last live show this week, and so Dustin wanted to get that in under the wire.
Thanks, Dustin. Silly goose.
So Kevin Spacey has to pay Netflix $31 million.
Well, the studio. I don't think it's Netflix.
MRC, yeah, I'm sorry. He has to pay MRC $31 million. He's got the money.
Does he?
Yeah, he's worth like $100 million.
He has
He's
that
got a
much
lot of
money?
money. Yeah, he's a producer and things like that. Now, who knows how much money he spent in lawyers' fees and things like that along the way. But I got to tell you, and I know it's gauche, but God, do I miss Kevin Spacey. Anytime he's in something and I'm clicking around, I go, this guy screwed us all.
But isn't it just cheaper?
Because he's so good in everything.
Isn't it just cheaper just to be gay? He was doing all this, all the sexual harassment and like the DL stuff and making people feel uncomfortable.
Well, that's got nothing to do with being gay.
It
That's
was
got to do with him doing things with people who don't want to do things with him.
because he was in the closet and he just was like.
But weren't they also minors? Like,
it was that they were young too. It
Yeah.
wasn't just that he was gay. It was that they were young.
But But the reason why this lawsuit
he tried to
is going through-
conflate gay with dealing with boy toys, and you know.
But I'm saying, had he just come out, he could have had, a little 18-year-old twink and no one would have thought anything about it. Who doesn't in Hollywood? But this particular lawsuit is because it was a violation of the sexual harassment policy from the studio. So they weren't minors running around being production hands. These were, young 20-somethings or whatever moving to L.A. to try and make a name for themselves. And like you said, every job in L.A. is done by hot people. So he was probably looking around. He's just like, well,
Not every job,
but you get what I'm saying. Had he
$31 million to the company that produced House of Cards for violating the on-set sexual harassment policy, and then of course, that was basically they did one more season with Robin Wright, but it was basically the end of that show. Of course, that show probably would not have lived through the Trump era either, because there was simply no way to make real life
Crazy.
crazier. Yeah, House of Cards, you'd watch it and you go, what? And then a lot of it came
President
true.
can't do that.
Yeah. But I just love Kevin Spacey, man. He's just great in stuff. And I don't know that he's ever going to do anything again, because I don't think people care. They don't care if he's in anything anymore.
I think he'll be the bad guy in the new Lethal Weapon movie, directed by Mel Gibson.
Well, that's what it's going to be, right? I mean, I'm sure he has plenty of friends who would still be willing to put him in things, but those things would immediately get complained about and boycotted and whatever. And and I'm not even saying that's not reasonable. It's just
Said it before, and I'll say it again. If you are that good of an actor, get some plastic surgery, come back under a new name, and show us how good you are at acting, Kevin Spacey. So the same thing about Johnny Depp. Change your face, change your name. Let's see what you can do.
Yeah, but
Johnny
Depp's
Depp's
problem
hot.
is not his face or his name.
No, but it is, because nobody wants to work with him either, because he's got a bunch of problems.
But that's not true, though. I thought they debunked that he didn't abuse anyone.
Yeah, I think
kind of wishy-washy, but it doesn't matter. Kevin Spacey hasn't been debunked, so if he's such a good actor,
Okay, but he's also a good impressionist.
so that's what I'm saying. So change your face, change your name, come back to Hollywood and be
Do Face Off. Do
Yeah.
real life Face Off. Who does he impersonate? Christopher Walken. Have him and Christopher Walken do real
no,
life
he
Face Off.
needs to create a new character that he's going to play all the time, so that he can get roles in movies again.
What do these people who get canceled do with their free time?
They're gajillionaires, dude.
But
Kevin
that's-
Spacey has so much money, he can do whatever he wants.
But that's not true. But you always people
he
don't
can
want to do.
travel. He can sit in his mansion at his pool. He can do whatever he wants. You're not canceled as a private citizen.
But I
can
think
go
you are
hang.
though, because wherever you go, people are gonna be like, "Oh, that's Kevin Spacey. I don't want to stay at the same resort as this dude.
I don't think so.
I don't want to serve this guy. I don't want to have to. I don't want to work for this dude."
I also don't think that these people are doing much
In public, anyway.
regular public activities anyway.
Well, I think about Matt Lauer when he got canceled. He had his house in the Hamptons, and I'm like, is there just a bunch of like canceled dudes that just walk around the Hamptons and they're like, they probably have their own little committee clubs, like the cancel committee.
Well, but you're rich, so you're going to have these guys all have like golden parachutes, right? So you're rich.
What does that mean?
You get a ton of money for leaving. Like it's in your contract,
okay.
right? So, anybody here, my contract, if they go, yeah, we're done, that's it, right?
You got to find another job.
You got to find another job. Matt Lauer, it's in his contract where if anything happens, we got to pay you $25 million.
But don't they fight that though? If
They
there's
do, but it's easier to just make it go away by getting the guy out of the room. That's how those things always work. They're like, what are we going to litigate this in public for the next 6 months? Just pay him and let's get him out of here. Like Steve Carell on The Morning Show on Apple. That's basically the Matt Lauer story of the Today Show, fictionalized. That he was a serial assaulter or whatever, and he gets sent out the door, but you got to pay the guy a ton of money to get him out the door. So if you're rich, you'll always find people to hang out with you.
Okay.
So Matt Lauer, I think the only reason he was selling houses is because he and his wife were splitting up. So she got something, he got something. But like 2 months later, the guy's on a boat with a couple of blondes.
They don't care.
Don't care.
Well, that's what I was asking. I was like,
He doesn't have to get a job. He can either ride it out or decide after a while, this is great. I'm fine.
I lived the life. I did what I needed to do. It sucked
I
a little, but
see my kids.
Right.
The more this is in my rearview mirror, the less people care because there's always some new dope to fill that void.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was a level of shame where you're like, I can't leave my house because everyone's thinking about
No.
what I did, who I groped,
We are
or
in a
whatever.
post-shame culture.
Well, that's for the people who aren't canceled yet. When they get canceled, they're like, oh,
No, post-shame. There's no reason to have shame before you get canceled.
Because I feel like people are walking on eggshells because they're like, did I grope someone on set? I don't remember, and they're like trying to tread lightly because they don't know what's going to come out.
But the thing is, for those people, is that there's really no off switch anymore. So if you get canceled, you will have all of those people who thought that was a really bad idea. This is obviously happens more politically than it does in Hollywood. But if you get canceled, for some people, that's the best thing that ever happened to them.
You're free.
They're not free. You're fundraising. You have people raising money for you, all kinds of crap, right? They're donating because
people
they
are
think
talking about you.
Yeah, because people think you got railroaded and whatever.
Okay.
I just think he should become Devin Gacy. Maybe not Casey.
I was going to say, I changed my name to John Lynn Gacy. That's not going to make anybody upset, is it?
And what am I talking about? OJ's still out here walking around. If anyone would be canceled, I thought it would be him. And people still love the juice.
Well, OJ went to jail, though, for a while.
Not for that, though.
Not for that. That's right. But he did some time. And so that gives you a certain amount of cred with a certain section of society, too. That he did some time. So, unfortunately, for the Goldmans, OJ... Now, when these guys go to jail, they're treated like royalty. He's still the juice. You think anybody's beating up Bill Cosby? Nope.
He's old and can't see.
And he's also the Cos.
Yeah, but he's
Fat
like
Albert.
80 and fat and blind.
Listen, in prison, somebody will have sex with you if they want
beating him
to.
up.
Somebody will have sex with you if they want to.
Well, he's not a hot piece in prison, is what I'm saying.
There are no hot pieces in prison, but people are
There's
still having
people
sex.
hotter than Cosby.
There are still people having sex. There's a guy in front of you,
I guess.
and he's blind. He can't see,
I guess.
right? He thinks he's eating a hoagie.
Where's the bread?
Do my teeth.
I'd still be friends with Aaron Hernandez if he got out of prison.
We know.
He's dead.
What if he got out of the grave?
Well, yeah.
He's a zombie, this guy.
I'm just saying, if he was still alive and he did his time, I'm like, listen, he did his time. All right? He paid his debt to society. And
Spevin Casey, Travis suggests.
Spevin Casey.
There you go. Listen, Kyle Rittenhouse's lawyer, his own lawyer, said he should change his name and move, is what he should do. They were like, what does he do after this? And they're like, he should change his name and move.
And facial reconstruction surgery.
You can, like you're saying, you can get like your chin shape changed and, there's things you can do.
Go to Kim Kardashian's plastic surgery.
Yeah, with plastic surgery, and you could look like a totally different person.
That's what I'm saying. And if Kevin Spacey's such a good actor, you got the money, you got the skill, change your face, change your name, show up in a movie, and then everybody will be like, who is this guy?
I did a show Sunday night at Gunselman's Tavern in Fairview Park, and John Bruton is a very funny comic. He's a black dude, and he was saying how Kyle Rittenhouse getting off is now they're even. Like black people got OJ off, and now white people got Kyle Rittenhouse off. And
He's the white OJ.
And
White people got more than one person off.
I know, but he's saying like big name public, like huge cases.
Huge coverage.
He's like, I can't really be mad about this because now we're back to even. Now the playing field's done. Let's start from zero, and everyone gets their time now. So I thought that was kind of a funny take.
Kyle Rittenhouse, people like him, they will stick it to you. They're like, I'm not moving. I'm going to stay in my same spot. He's already on Fox News talking crap. So he'll be fine.
Well, the Onion headline was they're like Kyle Rittenhouse sentenced to 45 years of CPAC appearances.
Well, that's the thing. When those are the people...
You got to play to it.
Yeah, well, not even play to it. Like,
'cause what are you going to do?
If that's the crowd that's defended you, you've thrown your lot in with that crowd.
Yeah.
So you're like, that's why everybody got all pissed off. He's talking to Tucker Carlson. He goes, look, I support Black Lives Matter. Now, whether or not that's true, oh my God, you would have thought all these people that 5 seconds before thought he was an amazing patriot, all of a sudden they hated his guts. So it's all made up.
Deep State got to him too.
Already?
Didn't Cosby get out? I don't think, did Cosby get out?
I think he's out.
I think
Oh, has he?
Yeah, he's
Oh, I
been
thought he
for a
was still
while.
in because of COVID. Is that what it was?
No,
Whatever,
his
he's
case
all
got
old.
thrown out.
I'm sure we
He's gonna
talked
die
about it. I
soon
can't keep track
anyway.
of these
Yes, we
people.
talked about
He's gonna die.
the deposition that he gave him immunity, and the prosecution, I guess the prosecutor that he did that with, resigned or died or whatever, and the new prosecution was like, we're not standing by this. Like, no, we're gonna prosecute you. You literally said you used to drug and rape people, so now we're gonna prosecute that. And then the judge said, no. Yeah, so it took
I guess
like
death
2
is a
years.
kind of resignation.
Yeah, the ultimate resignation.
It took like 2 years to get him out, but they were like, no, this stands. Like, it's legally binding. He never would have took that deposition if you guys were going to use it against him, which I didn't even know you could do. You could say no to a deposition.
Well, you can say no to anything. They can arrest you, depending on how far they want to push it.
Wow, rich people. It must be great to be rich.
I would imagine it is great to be
God,
rich.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you're a
rich
millionaire.
people are saying like it's
By
not
all-
everything.
By all accounts, well, it's
I
funny
just want
because
the option to say no. Like, no, I'm not going to, like all Trump's people. No, I'm not going to show up by subpoena. What do you mean you're not going to show up for subpoena? I'm not going to show up. We subpoenaed you, and
well,
Yeah,
but
well,
again,
I mean-
that just shows you
great.
the weaknesses in the law and things like that. But I was reading an article about this this woman. She wrote an anonymous. She's like, I'm a therapist to super, super rich people, and they're just as miserable as everyone else.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, they're miserable about different things.
Yeah.
They're not miserable about the same thing.
No.
Some people are miserable because they're sleeping on the street.
Right.
Not because, oh, God, my life didn't turn out the way I thought. I'm rich, but what do I have to show for it?
It's when these people
I don't
say,
have anyone to share it with. That whole thing, you know.
What good is all this money if I can't share it with anyone?
Please.
That literally would be me.
Give me a break.
Well, they say,
Means
money.
you get to keep more of your money, dummy.
That's the age-old thing where they say money can't buy happiness. Like, it can't buy happiness, but it can buy peace of mind. It can buy less stress.
It can buy, absolutely.
It can make your life so much easier. It's not going to make you
That's
happy.
right. That's
But
right.
it's going to solve a lot of problems.
That's right.
You know?
And the problems that do arise, you can afford them.
And you can deal with them.
You can't fix everything, but you can afford them. And,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
Your luxury is worrying about other stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Pat in Kent. What's going on, Pat?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How are you, man?
Good, good. Hey, I just wanted to real quick wish Mary a happy birthday.
Thank you.
I actually share the same birthday as her.
Hey!
Happy
You may have
birthday,
recently,
Pat.
Mary.
Oh,
may have recently heard
good
from my
for
friend
you.
Caleb.
Say again?
You may have recently heard from my friend Caleb, also from Kent. I'm the
Yes.
one who has had the little incident. It was not Arby's. Actually, it was Mr. Hero.
What is he talking about?
I don't want to...
I may or may not have pooped my pants in my mom's car at almost 40 years old.
His friend reached out to me for a cameo and told me, hey, you guys have the same birthday. Also make fun of him for pooping his pants in his
Oh, I
mom's
see.
car.
Caleb is acting all high and mighty like he hasn't done that.
Oh, whoops.
Probably also in my mom's car, but that's beside the point. But, no, I just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. It's funny, actually, I was talking to Poundcake. My brother shares his birthday, so...
Oh, cool.
Anywho, happy birthday. I just want to do that, maybe segue into talking more about farting jokes on the show for a little bit, because those are always my favorite lines. But anyway, have a good holiday, guys.
Happy
And
birthday, Pat.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Pat.
We had the same birthday.
Yeah, a lot of inside baseball there. It's, yeah.
Calvin.
So Pat and Mary had the same birthday. Do you say Caleb and Poundcake had the same birthday?
His brother, and I don't know if
his
Caleb is his
brother,
brother,
okay.
but yeah, his brother and Poundcake.
Fine, I guess Bill and I are just going to sit here with nobody sharing our birthdays.
I got Mark Price, and that's all I need.
Me and Selma Blair.
I already share a
Whatever.
birthday with too many people.
Say what?
I already share a birthday with too many people.
Too many people?
Yeah, in my family.
Oh, in your... What? You share a birthday with multiple
Not-
people in your family?
Not a different years, but yeah,
Wow.
a cousin.
And?
So one person?
Yeah, one person is enough.
Oh, so not a lot of people, just too many for you because it's one other person.
Do you understand what it
'Cause
was
it's not
like?
him.
I want everyone to come to my birthday party, and I gotta have his name on my cake. You know.
Oh, you got one cake? Wait, so it was a big party for you and your cousin.
Well, if my family's coming, like
They're just going to knock it all out in one
yeah,
day.
why would they
yeah.
have two different parties? Robbed.
My grandma's birthday was around my birthday. I think hers was like the 20th or the 21st, and mine's the 25th. So we would celebrate both of our birthdays on like Thanksgiving. But it just seemed easier. I didn't feel like I was robbed. I was like, oh, this is easier because we're all already here.
But Poundcake is a little bit different than you.
I was like
in
9
that
and I
he
had that thought.
recollect-
He's almost 30, and he's
Yes.
still thinking about how he,
He
got
liked vanilla
robbed.
cake, and I like chocolate.
Is your cousin still alive?
Yeah, he's
So this is an ongoing issue.
Nah, because we're not really. we're not close anymore, so we don't have the same birthday.
Oh, so you got your birthday back.
But we reach out on Facebook, and that's all. And
Is
I'm
he
like,
older or younger?
He's 1 year older. So
1 year
He was
older.
born 91. I was
So
born
you
92.
stole his birthday.
Yeah.
Right.
Robbed. I was.
He has been
didn't-
robbed
he
by
was
you.
robbed.
I didn't ask to be born on that day. So I would like a day to myself. I can't even have Christmas to myself. Like nothing.
Why can't you have
Nobody
Christmas?
has Christmas to themselves.
Who has Christmas to themselves?
That's like the whole point
That's
of Christmas.
Jesus'
I was
birthday
like,
pound
Jesus,
cake.
It's his birthday. He doesn't
Getting
even-
together with the people you love. You want
That's pound cake in his mirror.
Poundcake wants to have a Christmas where he is sitting there with his mom and his brother.
No, just the
and-
train going around.
And they don't get anything, and he gets everything.
Yes. He wants to be the king of his own fiefdom. That's what he wants, really.
But I've grown out of that.
I mean, my older daughter, her birthday is exactly a week after mine. So mine's June 23rd, hers is June 30th. And so fortunately, I don't care about my birthday, so I can focus my attention on whatever we're going to do for her birthday. And frankly, it's I don't mind knocking out 2 of them in a week. What's the matter with that?
Nothing.
I just feel bad for Poundcake's cousin now.
I do too. Boy, this guy over here, because this is only one side of the story.
Yeah.
If his cousin was here, he'd probably be much more demure about it. He'd be like, well, it's all good. Poundcake's like, and he's like, no, you're right. He took his cousin's birthday.
His cousin probably had a great birthday because Cody was off pouting somewhere.
Well, no, or he's like, it's so fun that I get to celebrate with my favorite cousin, Corey, whatever his name is, and we have the same birthday, and little Poundcake's in the corner.
We were very close. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But now he's grown and like he has kids now, so he turned 30 this year. I think he has like three or 4 kids. But I'm still out here doing my thing, and I'm like, I finally get to have my birthday to myself.
What a Poundcake.
He's out here doing his thing.
Poundcake has a kid, and they have the same birthday, and he's like,
Don't stupid kid.
Stupid kid.
Yeah, we can put him up for adoption.
Stupid Cody Jr.
You better hold that baby in.
Hold it in for another day. It better come early.
Yeah.
It better not come on time.
I didn't ask you to be born the same day as me.
We're flying to England, getting to different time zones, so that baby's not born on my birthday.
How selfish.
On average, 900,000 Americans have the same birthday. Savannah, who's out in Wellington, my mom and I share a birthday, and my brother and father share a birthday.
That's wild.
Yeah. But Mary's birthday is Thanksgiving. That's why we're talking about her today, because this is our last live show of the week.
And I didn't bring it up, is what I would also like to point out, because I was back.
Right.
All Mary talked about the whole
Nope.
day. It's her birthday. I'm
Nope.
like, I didn't tell Dustin to call and make a song.
No. Well, happy birthday to Savannah in Wellington and her mom. Her birthday is Saturday. Well, there you go. I got to take a break. I will have those Legacy Village. I got $50 to Legacy Village for you if you want to get some shopping done, either early or late, whatever your schedule provides. You can see what they got going on over there. So we'll do that after the break. Going to talk to comedian Christopher Titus shortly as well. I always like catching up with him. He's doing hilarities this coming weekend. You can pick pickwickandfrolic.com for the details. And if you want to text for anything, 35192, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio